What's up guys, Nate here. Today, I really don't have anything new going on in the shop, but I wanted to kind of keep the channel going. So I figured I'd just do kind of a little update on the Deuce and a half, as well as some other little stuff that's going on in the garage. And kind of get you guys up to date with what's going to be going on this winter. So let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, what's going on with the Deuce and a half? By the way, that is a Deuce and a half spare tire for us. We got that afterwards, and we're trying to figure out if we can mount it on the Deuce and a half, because the original spare was probably about that size, maybe to that line right there, all the way around. So it's a lot bigger, so it won't fit where the spare goes now, and also it's a lot wider, as you can see. So you know, we've heard some people say, you know, that you can trim out the toolbox that's around there and that stuff, and that you can get it to fit up there, but we're really not worrying about that right now. Either way, if you get stuck anywhere and you need to get that thing on, you're going to need one hell of a tire jack. Anyway, what's going on with the Deuce and a half? We did get a little update a couple days ago, actually just yesterday, excuse me, and there was kind of a little miscommunication. The shop actually thought that we wanted to rebuild or check to see if there's anything wrong with the starter and starter solenoid. So just yesterday they said that they had just sent out the starter and solenoid to get it checked out. And we were kind of like, whoa, wait a minute. No, we were just supposed to order a new starter and solenoid. Oh, we didn't know that. So unfortunately, we don't even have the starter and or solenoid ordered yet. So hopefully they ordered that today, and they thought, let's see, when we ordered it, or when we brought it down, what was that, Saturday? We brought it down Saturday, and they didn't get to work on it till Monday, and they were supposed to have it in by this Monday. So it was pretty much going to take, you know, I think a little less than a week for them to actually get the part in. So yeah, hopefully they'll have the part in and get it done by the end of this week. Probably not the end of this week, probably beginning of next week. But that was kind of disappointing that they didn't get that, but you know, really nothing you can do about it. That's pretty much it with the Deuce and a half. That's kind of my little update. I know it's not much, and I do apologize for that, but unfortunately we just have to wait on the shop and see what's going on there. Now, another thing that I did want to point out is that if it were, or if we were able to, we would love to work on the Deuce and a half ourselves, and there are a few things kind of preventing us from doing that. First of all, we really know nothing about diesels, and as you can see, we have a lot of regular gas cars. We used to own a Deuce and a half before. I think I've showed this in my video before. This was our old Deuce and a half. That was my grandma, and this was, I think, when I was just about born, maybe a year old or so, and that was one of our old Deuce and a half, our old one, that was out of a prison in Michigan, I believe. But again, we really didn't get to work on that one because it was pretty sound. That was a regular gas engine, so we could work on that. But this is really our first diesel, and because we really know nothing about diesels, we really don't want to start tooling around with it and figuring it out. And also, this is the only place that we could work on it. And as you can probably guess, that Deuce and a half is not going to fit through that door. And not only that, but our driveway on the outside is only a 4-inch thick driveway, and with a 13,500 pound, probably 14,000 pound truck driving over it, it's just going to completely destroy the driveway. So unfortunately, this is, like I said, the only place we could work on it, because, you know, we also, you know, we keep it in the shop downtown, but, you know, there's no heat in there, and there's no light, so it's really dark and cold in the winter, and really it's just not a good place to work on a vehicle. We actually had to take the canvas off there. What was that? Probably, that was Saturday too, when we broke down, and I gotta tell you, it's a pain in the butt because, you know, they have a couple fluorescent lights up there, but there's only like probably 1 or 2 on in each of those huge rooms, like you've seen in my other videos, and it's really hard to see in there, and especially, you know, when you're trying to get the canvas up there and then you're underneath and you can't have any light. So it's just a pain in the ass to work on it over there. So those are the reasons we can't personally work on the Deuce and a half, but we do have a very reputable shop working on it. So luckily, you know, we know that they're doing a good job with that. the other thing that I want to talk about is kind of a little shop update, what's going on this winter, and that is that we are going to get back to work on the El Camino. This is basically at the same stage where it was when I did my last video. The dashboard is pretty much set in the spot. We have the firewall trimmed down, but we do have to add in a section of A-pillar, which we have right over there. And we do have a little bit more fine trimming to do to get it fit. But, you know, for the most part, it's pretty well fit. You can see it right here. Our notch is pretty close right there. And I think on the other side is where you can see that we need a little bit more trimming. Yeah, here you go. Well, maybe not. It might actually be good. We have that final lip there and down here. So I think we have a little bit more fitting to do, obviously. But I really am not worried about it. I know that everything's going to work out fine. Obviously, we have more than enough bracing in here. We have from either corner, and then from the floor to the roof, and then from the that to the in between the two A-pillars, so that when we cut those, they didn't accidentally pop out or anything. So pretty much everything that could possibly move is welded into place with bracing. So technically, nothing really could have moved. But yeah, basically what we're going to be doing is just, bending the firewall back to weld that in at our little section of A-pillar that we cut out in between there, and then of course running a bead all around the bottom. So it's going to be fun, but that will be happening this winter. You can see our old dashboard over here. I've showed this so many times, but just for new viewers, you can see just how badly rotted this was. This corner is not that horrible, but on this side you can actually completely separate the whole dashboard there. And that's not the cowl moving, that's just the dash. And not only that, but the whole bottom of this dashboard is completely rotted out. You got pinholes all the way across the bottom here, all the way to the driver's side. So this whole thing was shot, and our new replacement dash is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. It's got a little, a couple little scratches in here, and actually for fun, I just went ahead and, best way to get here, cleaned up a little spot here, and you can see just how awesome that original paint is on there below. And thought I did a spot over here too, just to play around. Just the paint on here alone is beautiful. And I think that's what's really cool, and probably the same thing here with the inside. But under the original doors, you have this one came with chrome trim around the door frame. And as you can see, you have a little bit of surface rust up on the top here. But under the chrome, I took some polishing compound and wax, and you can see that the paint underneath there is in absolutely pristine condition. And I'm not sure if the camera can really pick it up, but it is absolutely beautiful. It looks just as good as any brand new car out there. So that's just really cool, that underneath all that grease and grime is something good. But anyway, after we get the dashboard in, our floors are done, our rear floor pans are done. The next thing is going to be tubbing, back halving the frame. We are going to be getting a back half for the frame from Art Morrison. And again, for our new viewers, it's going to be dark in here, you won't be able to see, but in between your frame rail, which is right up there, you can see that you maybe can get maybe an inch wider on your tire, but we're planning on going, I think, 12-inch wide tires in the back, maybe a little wider. But of course, we also wanted to get the sidewall, like on the wheelies up there. And right now, this is a pretty decent sized tire. It's really nothing huge, but we like to go a little bit bigger. And of course, then with your back half, you can get coilovers and the Ford 9-inch. But also with the front, then we are going to be doing tubular A-arms and coilovers as well. Full disc brakes, front and back. Basically, somewhat similar to what the Willys got, except obviously on a much lighter scale. But yeah, so pretty much this winter what's going to be happening is that. And then, of course, the rear end. And also, while as soon as we get the dash done, we're going to send out the body to go get dipped. We are not having it sandblasted. We are having it dipped. And that way, you'll be able to get in all the little crevices that you can't get into with sandblasting. And also, that it's going to do a great job. So we're going to have that done. And then while the body is away, we'll also have the frame done first, maybe, to get that done. And then we'll come back half the frame, get that all done. And, of course, after we get the body dipped, we're going to go ahead and have a sealer sprayed on it as soon as we get it back, just to be safe. And then we'll go from there. So that's pretty much what's going to be happening this winter on the El Camino. Like I said, with the MG, I'm not sure if my uncle's going to be picking it up this year, which of course will probably be soon because it is December, and right now it is going to be in the 20s all week, so that should be fun. But he wants to pick it up in the spring, but like we said, I really don't want to get into it a whole lot, but the problem with that is, I mean, if he's going to take it, he might as well take it now so we have some extra space. But I completely understand, given that it is December and it is very cold out while driving a convertible. But he'd probably either way have to have it towed because the carburetors are having issues with that. The Willys is still the same. We never got to take a look at the clutch on that yet with all the chaos going on over here. And the Camaro is still sitting where it was with the car cover. Another little garage update, nothing huge, but our stereo system here, we got this, both the speakers are working, so I got to go ahead and make some brackets up for those, and we'll mount one up right here and then one on the other side, and then we'll just probably run some wires right across the ceiling there, so we will have a complete stereo system in the garage. Like I said, nothing huge, just some fun little stuff. But I believe that is all that's going on in the garage. And also we do have the doors over here to do some fitting on there to make sure that everything is going to fit correctly. But yeah, everything else over here is pretty same old, same shit, different day, I guess you could say. But yeah, everything over here is going great. So anyway, I will let you guys know, excuse me, when we get the Deuce and a half back. Like I said, I'm not sure when we'll get it back, and if anything new pops up, I will definitely go ahead and do an update video. And also, I would like to ask you guys, I ask you every single video, but please go ahead in the comment section and leave a comment for a future video that you would like to see. Whether it's something on the El Camino, the Willys, the MG, the Camaro, the Deuce and a half when we do get it back. I would love to hear what you guys want to see. Because to be honest, as you can kind of see, I'm running out of stuff to film here. I can probably just keep doing little stuff, but I don't want to drag on with a bunch of stuff you guys don't want to see. So please go in the comment section and let me know what you guys want to see. I will do my absolute best to get that video up. And also, please make sure to go ahead and comment if you have any questions or comments. I'd love to answer them if I can. And of course, I just love hearing from you guys. And also, please go ahead and like the video and go ahead and subscribe to the channel and check out some of my other videos. And I think that's going to do it. So thank you guys for checking out this video. Hope you guys have happy holidays, and we'll see you next time.